is this, plus this, the perfect webcam. Yeah, okay, that was just a silly video I made because I was annoyed at Elgato for bringing out their face cam, dropping that bombshell announcement the very day I was about to publish the last video about this webcam, which you can see if you click on the link in the top right hand corner, if I remember to link it correctly, of course. But yeah, the face cam's awesome. I just wish I'd bought one instead of the Logitech StreamCam and later the Logitech Brio 4K, which I briefly owned until I sent it straight back because they both gave me this. Yeah, so that's what I got for my £70 if you're talking about the Logitech StreamCam, which I got second hand, or my £111 if you talk about the Brio 4K, which I got in a what seemed like a bargain Black Friday deal. But when I got this out of it, I was just like, what? For a camera that retailed nearer £200, I expected to just plug it in and go. But no, that's not what happened. The only way I managed to get anything vaguely sensible out of either of them was to plug them into a USB 2 port, and then I lose all the advantages that I'm supposedly paying for. I lose the 4K, I lose the 60 frames a second. It's just a 1080p 30 frames per second webcam that outputs an MJPEG, and that kind of makes it the same as the one I already had, which I spent a grand total of £21.99 on. The OneView. In fact, to test that theory, I put the Brio 4K and the OneView side by side, matched up the field of view and the framing as best I could to get them as close as possible, and asked people to guess which one was which. And you know what? Most people guessed that the OneView was the Logitech Brio. the one that I already have. The one that I already have. Yeah, there's actually a fifth one. I just didn't want to break it by messing about dropping them like that. But is it perfect? No. Okay, that was a massively clickbaity title. But is there any such thing as a perfect webcam? I don't actually think so. All I can say is that for the price, I think this webcam is incredible, and so do the people I've recommended it to, actually. And it green screens amazingly well for the price. I mean, it green screens far better than I ever managed. This is footage from the StreamCam, actually. It green screens far better than I ever got out of the Logitech StreamCam or the Logitech Brio. And if you want an idea of how well it's green screening, well, you've actually been watching the OneView with a green screen behind me all the way through this video, and I've not given it an easy job. Look, there's shadows and different colours and everything, but actually it's not quite the OneView as it comes. For just a little over £5 more, you can add this CCTV lens to it, which makes it even better again. And in short, the previous video I made was all about how I discovered that these webcams have a standard lens mount in them. It's called an M12 mount or an S mount. It's actually common to a few different action cameras and things like that. And it means you can buy different lenses and swap them out for the one it comes with. But there's something I didn't go into in that video. And I don't know, maybe I just thought it would overcomplicate it, but actually it might be important depending on your setup. Not all of the lenses you buy will come with an infrared filter. You might think, well, why is that important then? Well, in my setup, it's not, and that's why I didn't go into it, because I've got LED lights lighting my setup, and I've got very little daylight that comes into this room, even when it's bright sunshine outside. Doesn't affect me at all. But if your room does get a fair bit of daylight, then if you decide not to have an infrared filter, this is what you might end up seeing. And if you've got even more daylight than that, you might end up with a very pink view, and you'd be scratching your head thinking, well, how on earth do I fix this in the colour balance? Well, it'll be difficult, possible maybe, but difficult. So in that video, I had one of these CCTV lenses without an infrared filter, and then I found this one. I don't know if you can see the infrared filter there. It's that pinky glow that you get. Oh, there it was. There. Right. Turns out these lenses are actually cheaper than the one I bought in the previous video, and they seem to be more available. The problem with the last one was I bought it off eBay, and once I bought that one, the seller didn't have any more. These are off AliExpress. I'll put the links down in the description, and it'll take you a week to get one, but it's free shipping. So yeah, it's got to travel a fair way, but it's also £5.31 at the time of making this video. So that means for £21.99 or cheaper, because the OneView cameras can be cheaper if you get them at the right time where there's a voucher giving you a discount. I'll put the link down in the description to that as well. £21.99 plus £5.31. I'll leave you get your calculators out. For, 26, 27 quid, you've got yourself, 27, you've got yourself a really, really, really good webcam that can do this. You can go from way too wide and you can see too much of the room to all the way in to all the way zoomed into the pores on my face. And that's not something even the Elgato Facecam can do. It's got a fixed field of view, whereas this lens lets you change the field of view from 30 to 90 degrees. Okay, the trade-off is it's manual focus, but also the Elgato Facecam is fixed focus. It's got a fair depth of field, but if you're too far away with the Facecam, it won't work, whereas with this lens, you can throw the focus a lot further forward or back, as you want, pretty much. And I talked about in the last video about having a lens lock ring. Well, actually, bonus, this lens came with a lens lock ring. So for £27, you've got a full setup. You don't need to buy this separately. It's all there. Is it perfect? No. But are you going to find better for that price? Doubt it. I'm not being sponsored, by the way, by Fulican or by OneView. I've done all of this myself. I've paid for it all myself just to do an experiment, but it's an experiment that's paid off really well. And it's the webcam that I'm using and have used for months, if not years, on my stream, and I'm going to keep using, because every time I've tried to buy a more expensive webcam, I've been burned. The Facecam looks the best so far, but I got burnt too many times. I'm just going to stick with this.